are you today?
I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great, thank you for asking. My name is Laura Mahalko, and I'm the registered dietetic technician here. And I understand that you were brought to me after a doctor's appointment that you had, is that correct?
Yes, it is.
Alright, do you mind explaining to me how that appointment got you here today?
Yeah, sure. I went to the doctor's last week and we had done some tests and found out that I have very high cholesterol. And so I made an appointment with you today because I would like to weigh out some of my options as opposed to immediately going on medication.
Alright, so you're looking to keep your cholesterol levels down, and by doing so perhaps we can maintain a low cholesterol diet or just watch what you eat in general, maybe add in some exercises and do all that rather than taking the medicine?
Yes, that'll be great.
Okay, great. So we'll just get started by asking a few questions if that's okay with you.
Yes.
Alright, and you can feel free to ask me any questions at any time if you need to.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Let's get started. So, what do you generally do to start off your typical weekday?
Well, depending on what day of the week it is, I wake up between 5:30 in the morning and 7:30 in the morning. First thing I do is take a shower, brush my teeth, make a pot of coffee, get dressed, and usually an hour after I wake up, I'm out the door to start my workday.
Alright, and what do you do for a living?
I have 3 jobs. On Mondays and Tuesdays, I drive out to Hop at Suffolk County Medical Examiner's office. I do toxicology for postmortem there. After an 8-hour shift each day, I go straight to Ruby Tuesdays in Medford, where I'm a bartender and a server there. The rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursdays, and Fridays, I work as a genetics laboratory technician for Cornell Marine Lab out in Southold, and those are an 8-hour work day with an hour drive each way.
Wow, so you definitely are keeping busy throughout the weeks.
Extremely.
Alright, so do you think during all these busy work hours you have time for meals?
I do. I don't eat breakfast. It usually doesn't make me feel too well. I have my coffee as my breakfast. In between going to jobs or on my lunch breaks, there's a lot of fast food places that I go to. Taco Bell, Burger King. There is a Subway next to one of my jobs. And then usually when I get home from work, especially if I'm at Ruby Tuesdays, I'm always really hungry, so I'll grab some ice cream from Friendly's.
Okay, and on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most stressful, do you find yourself stressed working all these hours?
I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, definitely close to a 10, around a 9.
Okay, so you're stressed out, and do you think that has an effect on your eating habits? Maybe that's why you want the ice cream after the long shift at Ruby Tuesday?
It definitely makes me feel better at the end of the day having ice cream after a long day, but I don't know if it has too much of an effect on my stress.
Okay, alright. So do you live with anyone at home, or?
I am currently living with my boyfriend.
Alright, and is there any general home-cooked meals going on?
Not too much. We have very opposite schedules, so if we do, it's maybe not for the both of us, for only one or the other.
Whichever is home?
Yeah, exactly. We do go out every Saturday because that's our alone time. That's the time that we're both home at the same time. So we like to go out to eat, grab a few drinks on Saturday nights. Other than that, we go out. That's
okay, so not that many home-cooked meals then?
No.
Alright, that's
very
fine.
Few.
And do you exercise weekly, or is there any type of exercise going on throughout all these busy weeks of yours?
I used to run the treadmill before I accumulated all my jobs, but now I don't really find the time to.
Alright, and let's see, now we can talk about your family history. Does anyone in your family have high cholesterol as well?
My dad is on medication for high cholesterol, and a lot of his siblings have high cholesterol and cholesterol problems as well.
So it's kind of in the family?
Yes, definitely.
Alright. Now that we have some of this information, maybe we could put all of it to use. Now, remind me again, you said that while you're at work, there's a lot of fast food places around?
Correct.
And do you ever pack a lunch when you go to work?
It depends what day of the week it is also, because if I do come home late at night, I'm not in the mood to stay in the kitchen, make something for myself the next day. I usually have my ice cream and go right to bed, so most of the time I go to Burger King, McDonald's, Taco Bell.
Alright. Well, maybe since you're doing that, you would say probably about 5 times a week then during your work schedule?
4 to 5 is a good rough estimate.
All right, well maybe one of your first goals can be, rather than going to the fast food places 4 to 5 times a week, maybe we can decrease that to approximately 2 to 3 times a week.
Okay.
And then you can pack a lunch while you're eating your ice cream. You could walk around the kitchen, think about what you're going to eat for the next day, bring that to work 2 to 3 times a week instead, so you have a little more of a healthy selection.
Okay.
Would
yeah,
that be
I could do that.
reasonable, or?
Yeah, it doesn't take that long, I guess. I'm just a little lazy.
I understand you have a busy day, but maybe if you just cut that down a few days. And also, when you say you have no breakfast and you drink coffee in the morning, do you add any sugar to that coffee? Or
Yes, I like my coffee very sweet.
Okay, so maybe another goal that we can have is to cut out the sugar completely, or just put in 1 teaspoon rather than a whole lot of
3 or
sugar.
4.
That could be another goal we have.
Okay.
Also, at night, when you're eating ice cream, you could always substitute that for frozen yogurt or fresh fruits, because that'll give you the same flavor, the same sugar rush. That'll make you feel less stressed by the end of the night, but it will also be healthier for you.
Okay.
That could be another.
I do like fruit. Not a big fan of frozen yogurt, though.
Alright, well, we could always try something else as well. And now you say you and your boyfriend have alone time on Saturdays, right?
Yes.
And he works a lot throughout the week as well?
Yes.
Does he ever leave you any home-cooked meals?
No.
Maybe you could have him on one of his days off while you're working, have a nice meal at home, so when you get home, instead of going to the ice cream or getting full on fast food, maybe you could have a nice healthy meal at home.
I can ask him to do that. I don't see why that'll be a problem.
Okay, and also, maybe you guys can make a romantic dinner at home on Saturdays instead of going out to get something to eat.
Yeah, we can definitely try and do that.
And you said Saturdays, even throughout the day, you don't have work?
No, I'm off on the weekends, so.
Maybe that could be a perfect time to go outside and take a walk if it's nice outside. On the day you have off, get some fresh air.
Good idea.
All right, and let's see. Do you have any questions for me?
None that I can think of at the moment.
All right, and also for breakfast, you can always add in a banana, because that will give you the same energy as, let's say, a cup of coffee would. If you would like to substitute that for a coffee, do every other day banana, every other day the coffee, with 1 teaspoon of sugar. And did you want to come visit again, or did your doctor say only 1 visit?
I'd like to come visit again just so that I can kind of be monitored on how I'm doing. I can report back to you, and if you feel that I'm making an improvement, then I'll stop coming in.
Well, absolutely. That's what I'm here for. So we can make an appointment in 2 to 3 weeks, and maybe we can see if you maintained your goals and made any progress. And then hopefully we can get those cholesterol levels down and back to normal.
Yes, I would like that. I would really hate to go on to medication.
Exactly. Well, any other questions you have, you could always give me a call here or come visit anytime.
Okay, thank you so much.
All right,
You've been
thank you
wonderful.
again. Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you too.